What's good, your 413 here back in the day, and today guys I wanted to go ahead and make a video about all the new upgrades that you can get on the new Chevy Colorado ZR2 here in Need for Speed Payback. And of course I did want to make this video a little bit earlier, however though I did have some technical difficulties that prevented me from doing this, so I am a little bit behind the ball. But guys, there are some pretty damn cool upgrades for this truck, and I love this truck. In fact, I love this truck so much, I almost bought one. I really truly did, because guys, this truck is so damn cool. I love it, I love it, I love it. And it really came down to this or a Toyota Tacoma, and I'm not going to spoil what car I actually got, because I did buy a car recently. Haven't revealed it yet, but I will be doing that in another video. But right now guys, we're here to go ahead and talk about this new ZR2. And what I have done is I went ahead and I built it up for its different specs, as you guys will see right here, and we'll get to those here in a little bit. But right now, let's go over the parts that you can go ahead and get for this truck. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the roof, because the roof has got some very interesting parts, and I'm a little bit disappointed. And let me tell you why. So you guys see this part right here? Love it. Absolutely love it. This is a part that I've seen on quite a few of these Colorado ZR2s, although not necessarily this brand. In fact, the ZR2, actually, I've seen quite a few of them. It's a factory option. I don't know why it's not on this one in the game. And then we get this nice little roof rack here, which again, I also love. And then we get this one, not necessarily too keen on, but I know there's a lot of people that still like these round style lights. And then finally we get this one right here, which adds a little bit more support to the vehicle, and then throws these lights on there. And honestly, holy crap guys, that thing looks good. And I really wish I could have seen this one, and this one all in one. Although I do realize that there is some fitment issues regarding this and this, but really this and this combined should have been an option. I'm going to be straight up there. There should be no fitment issues whatsoever, and yet they're not together. I really wish I could have both of these on my truck at the same time, but I can't. I can't, guys. I'm so disappointed. Then after that, we have a roof with light bar, which we already had 2 light bars right there, so we get some more. However, these are unlocked at performance level 300, so you will have to either go ahead and upgrade your car via races, or head over to the parts store and get yourself a catch-up packet, and that's what I did on one of my vehicles. So we'll see the light bar here in a little bit. I haven't put it on this one. But then we get our windows, which is normal, and then we get to hoods. And I really like the hoods on this car, guys. I really do. The stock hood looks really nice. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at it. That thing looks, it's very clean. It's very clean. It almost looks like it should have been like 2 parts where, you know, you lift the hood and then, you know, there's a blower underneath or something like that. It's very clean and I like it. Then we get to the next one. Okay, a little bit more cleaner. It almost reminds me of an older Silverado kind of deal, except it's got that air intake right there, because those older Silverados, I think I've seen, you know, they have that sort of line that goes right down the middle there. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, but I do love it at the same time. And then we get to this one, which is basically the stock one, just with that front mounted light right there. And then finally we get to this, which has got more air intakes. The hood has just been bulked up, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I like this one. I like this one. I like them all. Guys, I like these hoods. These hoods are really damn nice, if I do say so myself. Then let's go ahead and hop onto the grills here, because we already have this nice black bow tie Chevy emblem on the front of the ZR2. And then we go over to this one, get rid of the bow tie, but we add these nice little LED strips right there. And I really do appreciate this grill. And then we get this amazing looking billet grill. Normally, I'm not necessarily a big fan of the billet grills. I feel like they're a little bit too big and tacky. But with this being a mid-sized truck, honestly, it kind of works. And they get rid of a little bit of the tackiness by adding in that actual working light bar. So that, of course, is something to go ahead and think about right there. I like this one. I like this one, and I did use it on at least one of the builds. Now let's go over here to headlights. Normally with headlights, you know, they're headlights. You know, we normally get our options. We get blacked out, we get yellow, we get blue, purple, and then we get dragon eyes. And then finally though, Ghost decided to go ahead and add in a very interesting one for the Chevy Colorado. I don't know how to feel about this one, guys, because honestly, it's got that little light bar in there that's really popular on modern cars. It's just got too many light bars. It's got stacks on stacks on stacks of light bars. Honestly, if they would have just added, you know, like maybe one right there down the side and then another one going out, and then maybe actually put a projector lens in there, I would have been a bit of a bigger fan. Like, you know, sort of keep this style right here that we already have, because I'm pretty sure that that's actually a light bar right there that kind of goes around it. I don't know why they did this. I really and truly don't. It is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. But I did put this on one of my builds, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. So now let's go ahead and move down here to the front bumper, because we get some serious front bumpers right here. So let's go ahead and start off with this one, which is pretty traditional. I've seen this on quite a few different builds from other people. You know, not too bad. Not too bad. I like it. I like it. It's simple, it's still bulky and very aggressive. Then we get to this. Let's talk about this one for a second, because I don't like it. I really don't. It feels like you're trying to glitz it up. It almost makes this thing look like a Chevy Tahoe, in my opinion. I don't know why. Because it doesn't look like a Chevy Tahoe. But that front bumper, it makes it look more like an SUV. I can see like a Chevy SUV having the same body, just sort of an extension over the bed. I just see that. I see that happening, and it reminds me of maybe like a next generation Chevy Tahoe or something like that. I don't even know what a Tahoe looks like anymore. But yeah, I see this being an SUV sort of front bumper. Not really a pickup truck. Not really a pickup truck. Then we get over here to this one, guys. And this is the granddaddy of them all. I mean, look at that thing. That thing is so aggressive. If you were to hit anything on the road, it is going to get absolutely obliterated. You hit a tree, gone. The only thing that's going to get damaged at all are those little lights. Those things will probably end up breaking from an accident, but the rest of your vehicle is going to be absolutely fine, because that thing is going to destroy whatever comes its way. Now we get over here to our final bumper. Again, kind of like that other one over here. It's kind of more like an SUV, but this one I actually somehow find it more appealing and almost like, you know, it should belong on a pickup truck. I don't know why, I just get that feeling. You know, this looks more like a stock bumper from a pickup truck. This looks like more it's coming off of an SUV. I don't know why it is, guys. That's just me. I know it's weird. But then we get over here to the splitter, which we only get one option, which is basically the same as the one that we already have, but it just adds a little bit of metal and some holes drilled in it for lightweightness. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the Fender Flares, because my God, guys, we get some interesting Fender Flares. The first one we get is this one where they pulled it out and actually rounded it out. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know why you would actually do that. I really don't. If you guys actually know why someone would do that other than aesthetics, leave a comment down below and let me know. I'm curious to hear what you guys got to say. Then we get over to this one where they add a little bit of an oversized Fender Flare. You know, maybe something about half as wide would have worked better on this truck, because it is a midsize. A Silverado, that'd be fine, but a Colorado? Nah, I think it's a little bit too aggressive there. And then finally we get to this one. You're looking at this right now and you're probably thinking there's really not that much of a difference. But let me go ahead and show you guys something. So we got the stock one here. Alright, take a look there. You know, not too terribly wide. I mean, it's wider. Now let's go over to this one. Holy crap, guys. That is a trophy truck kind of front bumper right there, if I do say so. My God, that thing is absolutely massively wide. Oh, I'm not necessarily a big fan of it, but you know, I did put it on one of my builds because it is a race truck, of course. But anyway, though, now let's go ahead and take a look at the side skirts here, as we have got a stock one right here. We've got a stock little side step. I'm not sure even if that is actually a side step or not. It's just some nice tubing right there, which can probably be used as a side step if you need help getting in and out of it. Although, let's be honest, there's only like 2 more inches to actually get into the vehicle, and these vehicles really aren't all that high to begin with. Then we get this one. This is the one that I like the best, because honestly, it's just big and bulky. And when it comes to pickup trucks, this thing is nice, dirty, nasty, mean looking. It really, really is. Although, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is the one that I'd put on my car. I mean, it just looks a lot better. It looks a lot better. It's probably a lot cheaper. Like this thing right here, that probably costs like $1.5 grand at least. This one right here, 300 bucks. I mean, it's not that expensive. And it doesn't look half bad. It adds a little bit of style to your truck. And then finally we get to this one, which Ghost decided to add. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the stock one. Alright, you see the stock one? And then we go over to this one. They just added some weird plastic extensions to it. I don't get it. Is there like maybe a like luxury version of this truck that I don't know about? That, you know, they added all these features onto there where it looks luxurious, I guess, more like an SUV. I don't know, guys. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the wheels and tires stock because you guys can already do that. You already know what's going on with those wheels and tires, but look at those wheels right there. Those are some pretty damn sweet wheels coming stock off this vehicle, and I like them. I like them a lot. So again, we got this one where it's rounded out and pulled out. I don't know why they do this. I like it, but I don't know why they do this other than aesthetics. I really don't. Then we get over here to our oversized fender flare, and finally we get to this one, which again is like the front where it's just pulled out a crazy amount, and I only put this one on my race truck. Now let's go ahead and move here to the back. Tail lights, we do get our standard options where, you know, you get a half smoke and then a full smoke, and then finally we also get one to match the front where we get this very interesting tail light, which I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm not entirely sure. I bet it just looks like it's got those weird bars on it, kind of like the front, and I'm sure that's what it's meant to do. Then we go over here and we get our diffuser. Our diffuser is very similar to the front splitter, where it's basically the same, just adds a little bit of a skid plate right there. So not too bad at all. Then we get to the rear bumper. Alright, we got our standard rear bumper here. And then we move on to a rear bumper delete with just some tubing connected to the frames. Then we have our stock rear bumper, again, just a lighter color. So I'm guessing instead this one is metal and this one's more like black plastic. And then we get this one. This is the one, of course, I would like to put on my truck, but of course I'm pretty sure the thing is like 600, 800 bucks or something like that. It's going to be ridiculously expensive. And then we get to the ghost one, which I don't get this one. You guys see that? It looks like there's two fake exhaust ports on the back there, and then you have the exhaust hanging down below. I mean, Ghost, what are you thinking right there? What are you thinking? At least cover those up. I can understand, you know, maybe having a body matched back bumper, but cover those up. We don't need those little bits right there. I don't get why they're there. I really don't. So the exhaust is kind of interesting though as well. When you go ahead and take a look at this, it changes location when you actually decide to go ahead and put one on. I wish it didn't because I really like the position that it is in naturally. Although there are some that kind of work, like this one right here, it does work a little bit. And then we get some weird ones that go up. Again, that's another one. And we get dual exhaust too. And honestly, if you want that big, nasty pickup truck, diesel, whatever it is, because this truck does come in a diesel, guys. You can get this vehicle in a diesel. That would be the one that you would want. Although, honestly, since this does come in a diesel, why don't we have a smokestack here? Seriously, that should be an option. That should be an option. I'm not a big fan of smokestacks, but I know a lot of you guys are. And then finally, we come to the spoiler. Oh my god, and is it a spoiler, guys? Because holy crap, this thing is weird. So we got this spoiler. Okay, fine. You know, it's really not all that bad. I don't really like spoilers on pickup trucks though, and if you do put a spoiler, I'd rather see it over the cab and not on the back end. You know, more like, you know, our traditional SUV spoilers, kind of just coming off the back, or even like a sun spoiler, or whatever you want to call it, like a sun visor deal. I kind of like those. But this, I don't get why you would do it. I really don't. And then we get our Super Beat one. Again, I'm not a big fan of it. Really don't like spoilers on pickups. And then finally, we get our last one, which you guys can already tell this is going to be crazy because it's made by Ghost. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm face palming right now. Oh my god. Why? Why, Ghost? Why do we need a spoiler that big on the back of a pickup? I mean, in all seriousness, we don't. That thing is huge. That thing is absolutely massive. And the other thing is, though, they have it connected to the tailgate. That tailgate is not held in there very strongly. I have seen people's tailgates just break off normally. So the downforce that hits that quite possibly could be enough to actually break the tailgate. Oh my god, I don't even understand why. I just don't. It is the craziest, largest, most disturbing spoiler I think I've ever seen in my life. If you're gonna put a spoiler like that on your truck, at least tie it into the frame. Don't just snap it to the tailgate. Oh my god. I would honestly, in my opinion, if they put it on the back of the cab, I would probably like it better. not great because spoilers on pickup trucks are stupid in general, but I mean, god damn, that thing is a huge, big ass swag. And don't get me wrong, I did put this on one of my trucks, and you guys will see this here in just a little bit, as that is the end of us doing the visual customizations for this truck. Now, this is the stock version. Now what we're going to go ahead and look at is we're going to look at my different builds, as we've got our off-road build, our race build, and our runner build. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the runner build this time. So before we go ahead and start with this though, you may have noticed that there are two different builds missing, and that is the drag and drift build. Unfortunately, you cannot get a drag or drift version of the Colorado or the Range Rover SVR. Honestly, I'm really disappointed in that. I would have loved to have built a drift Colorado. I really was looking forward to it, but I guess we didn't. So to start things off, we got our hood, which is pretty much a stock hood. I'm pretty sure I just went ahead and left this one stock. The grill is stock. The headlights, though, we went ahead and put those luxurious weird headlights on there because I'm pretty sure these headlights are trying to emulate what already exists out there on the market. Like, you know, if you look at like an Audi, they get those like weird light bars in them, although I really like them at the same time. This one just took it to the extreme. I don't know why. It's just crazy. Then we go over here to our front bumper, which we did go ahead and put one of those street bumpers on there, and as well we put on the interesting splitter. Now, you guys will notice that this truck is not necessarily fully fitted out because I wasn't trying necessarily to make this one the craziest looking truck out there, because it is a runner vehicle. You know, it's not one of the ones that is supposed to be real big and flashy. I tried to make this one a little bit more suppressed, hence why it's got that dark color and the silver color in there. You know, it's not really supposed to be all that flashy. I went with the front fender flares because that is something that I do see on quite a few trucks, and someone may have made the mistake and ordered these ones not realizing how big they were, because they are a little bit big. Side skirts, I went ahead and put the side step on there. That is a little bit more secluded, more popular opinion, because honestly that is the cheaper side skirt, as it only costs like $200 or $300. It's really not that expensive. And wow guys, I keep on having my voice crack. I don't know why. I'm 24 years old. Why is my voice cracking? Taillights, I went ahead and darked these out. Then we go over here to the rear bumper, which is the stock one. Did not put the diffuser on there because I thought they would look kind of weird. And of course we don't have any spoiler because spoilers on pickup trucks are stupid. But we did go ahead and change up the exhaust just a little bit. As you can tell, it is not in its stock position. And that is the runner build of the Chevy Colorado ZR2. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the race build, because this one is probably the craziest out of them all. So with the race build here, I went ahead and tried to make it set up so that it looks like it's on the track. It looks like it's built to track race. So I did go ahead, I added in this light bar right here, which is not the normal roof light bar. And I did want to go ahead and mention this. If I were to get a roof light bar, is it just going to cover those ones up? I don't know, guys. I don't know. And the reason why I decided to go with this one is because, you see, it's got that extra support right there. You know, I'm not sure if that actually acts as a roll cage or not, but, you know, added roll cage, added support, you know, all good. Now I added this hood here because, you know, it gives you more room to fit a bigger engine, as well as got more intakes available. Then we got a more open front grille, as well we got some LED extra headlights and extra goodies. Then we put on the ugly ass street bumper, which honestly, with the wide fenders on this one, it kind of works. It kind of works. As you guys can actually see, we went ahead and put on the racing fenders and threw some racing wheels on here with racing tires. And side skirt wise, we did not actually add any side steps because this is a lower truck. So why would you add side skirts? We don't need them anymore. So we did go ahead and add that little bit of plastic. Now we come over here to the back end. We got our stock exhaust, although actually, I want to go ahead and change the exhaust on this because why not? This is a race truck. It doesn't need to make sense. But you guys can also see on the back bumper there, we got our two other little miniature fake exhaust port, although I'm actually going to call that weight reduction. You know, it's some weight reduction, although in all honesty, if I really wanted to do weight reduction, I would have just thrown this one on here. I really would have, although I kind of wanted to make this like a street racing truck, not a normal racing truck. I went ahead and threw on the aftermarket headlights on this one, and of course, the big wang spoiler on this car. Oh my god, guys. Every time I see this, I laugh a little bit. It is absolutely bonkers. You do not need that. In fact, it's going to do you no good. This truck is already, well, I mean, this one comes standard rear-wheel drive, and it has part-time 4x4, but if you're going to be racing it, actually, you know, you probably would put it in rear-wheel drive, so it would help you out just a little bit, but, I don't know. I don't know about that spoiler. It's weird to me, guys. Seeing a spoiler on a pickup truck is very, very weird. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the Granddaddy. This is the truck that I like the most. This is the one that I put my heart and soul into, and that is our off-road build Chevy Colorado ZR2. So to go ahead and start things off, we did go ahead and add in the nice little roof rack here, but I do wish I could have added on that little back piece, because honestly, if I could have both of them, so good. So good. And I did have to go ahead and upgrade this vehicle, as I did get it up to 366. So we do have our nice little roof light bar, which I do want to see this really quickly. Okay, so it will not let you add the other two if you have a roof light bar on there. Okay, that was good to know. That was good to know. And then let's go ahead and take a look here. Tindos, guys. The windows are tinted a little bit. We went ahead and added in the little bit of a hood right here with the front lights. Added the billet grill. So this thing is just lights, guys. Just look at this. Look at that profile. We have got lights on lights on lights on lights on lights. I mean, it is absolutely crazy. Holy crap, guys. There are so many lights on this. You are definitely going to see what you're hitting at night, because we did go ahead and add in the amazing front bumper right here. The one that is going to obliterate anything. You hit a tree, that tree no longer exists. Alright, guys. So, I mean, man, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. Now on this one, because on the other one I've already done the pulled out ones and I've done the Fender Flares, I decided to go ahead and add the rounded ones on here, and I think it works out a little bit better than it would have otherwise. Wing mirrors are still the same. Same thing on the back end, we added those rounded Fender Flares, and then on the side steps we went ahead and added the more expensive option, which is these ones right here. Again, those wouldn't be the ones that I would add just because they cost so much money, but they are the ones that I would want to add in the end. So then let's go around here to the back. We went ahead and added in the big ass diesel exhaust on here. We added in the skid plate and the nice, mean, and aggressive rear bumper. And guys, I love this truck. I really, really do. Honestly, I think this thing looks absolutely amazing. And you can already tell it's got them big, beefy off-road tires. I'm going to use this truck in this game. That is all I can say. This truck is honestly amazing, and I cannot wait to go ahead and use it. So anyway though, let's go ahead and leave the garage here, because this is where we're going to go and wrap things up for today. Leave a comment down below, let me know which one of my builds you guys found the most appealing in your opinion, as I'm curious to hear what you guys got to say. As well, if you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Garrett413 and Instagram.com/Garrett413. And as well, if you guys like this video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.